Hey guys, so I cannot believe first and foremost that I have been flying officially for a year as of 2 days ago. My first year of flying has been, it's been good. I have learned a lot. I have definitely learned that the glamorous life is certainly not as glamorous as it seems. Definitely stay tuned for a post elaborating a little bit more on the glamorous life that everyone says being a flight attendant is. But today I'm going to tell you guys about my experience, my 1 year anniversary gift from the company in the form of a what's the word, a very interesting non-revving experience. So earlier this week I was trying to get back to New York from Atlanta because I was going to be on call the next day, and the day that I was trying to get back, the day before my reserve day, which means on call, was so much crazy weather in Atlanta. Like there were tornado watches, like rain was like coming down heavy, like it looked like a hurricane out there. Needless to say, it definitely affected the flight. I was trying to get out and I couldn't get out. The last flight that I was trying to get on was canceled at 1 a.m. in the morning, which was 1 a.m. on my 1 year anniversary, the beginning of this entire experience. 1 a.m. couldn't get on the flight, so I went back to the crib. Knew I wasn't coming back for a 6 a.m. flight because with so many flights being canceled, there was going to be so many people trying to get on the flight, and you know, non-revving standby, yeah, about that. I arrived at the airport around 10:30 in the morning for a 11 a.m. flight, which I figured I wouldn't get on, but I definitely still wanted to be in the area just in case I potentially got on that flight. The next flight was going to be at 12:50 p.m. which was another flight I was not planning on getting on. I was like, okay, you know, 12:50, once they board this plane, I'm gonna head over to Chick-fil-A, get me something to eat, chill out, and be on that next flight. Didn't quite exactly happen that way. They called my name at the last minute. I was the last person to get on this, on the 12:50 flight. So I got on the 12:50 flight, sitting on the plane. I'm like, you know what, it's all good. I didn't have to spend money anyways. I have food in New York cooked. Get there, eat, all good. Get on the plane. We're sitting there at the gate, and then the pilot's like, so there is a truck, the gas truck is actually headed over to load up some more gas on this plane because there is some weather in the New York area and the route that they're giving us is a little bit longer, so we're gonna need some more gas. So okay, that's cool, fine and dandy. Originally the flight, they were saying it was gonna be an hour and a half. With the weather in the area and the rerouting and everything, I figured no more than 2 hours. We were in the air for 3.5 hours, and when we finally landed after 3.5 hours, we landed in Syracuse, New York, not New York City. So I'm like, okay, whatever, we're being diverted, we'll go to Syracuse, they'll put some more gas on the plane, we'll get up out of here. Didn't quite happen that way. We get to Syracuse, and the flight attendants and I guess the pilots as well were like, oh, we're timing out. So by the time we're going to be able to get to actually leave Syracuse to get back to New York, they weren't going to be able to fly anymore because they were timing out. We can only fly for a certain amount of time in a day. So with that being said, the gate agent was like, oh, we're calling over some charter buses and we're going to bus you guys back to New York. Really though? Like, charter buses? So I instantly like Googled on my phone, how long does it take to get from Syracuse to New York City? It said 4 hours, but if we were on a charter bus, yeah, it was gonna be like 5.5 hours. So at that moment, since I hadn't eaten, like I'm looking in the airport for something to eat, they have one restaurant and it is packed. So I go to the little newsstand, buy some snacks, overpriced snacks, but whatever. I definitely needed to eat. So we went downstairs and waiting on the charter bus. And then they also mentioned that not everybody was going to be able to fit on the bus because we had about 75 passengers and only 50 people could fit on the bus. And I definitely instantly started to be like, yo, I'm non-revving. Like, if they kick anybody off the bus, they're going to be kicking us non-revs off first. But actually, everything worked out. We were all able to get on the bus. So we get on the bus, we're riding. It's all good. You know, I was watching my movies, chatting it up with this crazy Guyanese guy. Like, this man was so crazy. I couldn't even tell you his name. He couldn't tell you my name, but whatever. He was cool, he was funny, but slightly crazy. But anywho, so did that. Then we get to the airport. I'm like, yes, we made it. We're back in Queens. We pull up to LaGuardia, and you know If you are in the New York area, you already know what it was. There was so much traffic at midnight. So we get in the line of traffic, riding. The bus driver asks some of the people directing traffic, like, where do I need to go to drop these people off? Confusion. Then he finally told him to go to this one place. He went to this one place, coming to find out it's only Uber and Lyft pickups there. So those Ubers and Lyfts were charging like $40. I was not paying $40 to go less than 2 miles away. No, not happening. So I was like, okay, bring me back to the terminal. So I get back on the bus, put my bags back on there. We get on the bus and they tell us how to get to Terminal B. We get to Terminal B, but not quite. We get to the split where you can go to departures or arrivals for Terminal B, and the bus driver just stops. And we're like, what's going on? Why did this man stop? He's like, this sign is 11 feet. This bus is 11:10. We were like, no way. Just when we thought we were like almost finally actually finished, we get stuck because the man can't fit on the sign. But honestly, like, I'm grateful that he knew how tall this bus was, because that would have been real interesting if he would hit that sign. Needless to say, we ended up sitting there for like an additional 20 minutes till we're finally able to get some cops, stop the traffic so we could back up and go where we could fit. Finally made it, got off the bus. This commute that was supposed to be an hour and a half from Atlanta to New York, according to the flying time, turned out to be a 12+ commute. Fun. Like, everybody's talking about the glamorous life, the dope life of being a flight attendant, being able to travel, but everything doesn't always go quite as planned as a flight attendant. So you better be ready to be flexible. And y'all people out there, ask for buddy passes. Like, a lot of flight attendants don't really be trying to give buddy passes, because buddy passes are not what they used to be. Like, it's real hard to get on flights, really depending on where you're trying to go. So stop begging people for their buddy passes. Like, unless you got some serious patience, you might want to just buy a regular ticket. I just definitely had to share with you guys my experience on my 1-year anniversary as a flight attendant. Like, I'm not mad at all. Like, I was really laughing the whole way because I couldn't believe this is actually real. But I'm really grateful that I actually finally made it back to New York. Stay tuned, because I will definitely be elaborating on the glamorous life, or what people consider the glamorous life, which isn't as glamorous as you think, in my personal opinion. But this 1 year definitely has been amazing. I've learned so much. I've met so many different people. If you have any questions, any comments, if you want to be a flight attendant but you're still kind of in question, leave those comments below. I definitely can answer those for you to the best of my ability. It was awesome talking to you guys. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel here on YouTube at Tru Never Trendy, Tru without an E, and also follow me on Instagram at Tru Never Trendy to stay up to date and in tune with everything that I'm posting and sharing via social media. Talk to you later. Bye.